times. Just yesterday I made this video about Vanderput one, was impressive video, quality, coherence, everything, how it's easy to use. And what we have today, a new kid on a block, old new kid on a block, is called LTXV, which is a release open source video model that it's even better. It's produced faster. You will see real time how fast it will create a video, and it's accurate, coherent. I mean, surprise after surprise. So I will put all links to the models, to everything. Resource will be down below, so you can go check. But let me show you. So right here we have it from Lightrick. We can go, and if you're interested, you can read more papers, see why its work perform faster and everything. And if you want to put it your hands on, of course I will provide workflow for you, and as well additional links to the models so you can download it and play. But let me show you how it works. So right here, example, we in ComfyUI, and by the way, in ComfyUI you need to update to latest model because it will include all necessary nodes that we're going to use here. And of course, update is very easy. Go into your manager, click on update right here all, and it will update to latest ComfyUI, and then you can use it. By the way, before I update this morning and right now I see 3.23 already out. Wow, it's updating constantly. Well, if you don't have it ComfyUI manager installed, or if you don't have it even ComfyUI, no problem. I'll put a link down below on my video where I go on step by step how very easy and you can install ComfyUI on your machine, how you can install manager, all models, most popular models, and as well the essentials nodes that you're possibly going to use in your future workflow. Okay, well, let's look what we have here. This is our workflow. Well, before we started, you will need to download two models, and one of them will be Checkpoint. Link will be down below, and I will put a path where you need to put it. And another ones, it will be text encoder that you need to put in specific folder. So it's only two things you need downloaded. And of course, workflows. The workflow, for example, here we're going to look text to video, then image to video, and then also keyframing. Yes, that is what makes interesting, because you're not just creating one, you can create keyframes, and animations can happen between keyframes. Well, let's look closer what we have here. This is very standard. And by the way, if you want to download it directly from where I found this, I will put link down below to all sources, to web pages of other creators who create all this workflow. So you can go directly from there if you need it and look around maybe for some additional releases. But right here, you'll notice what it says, this model, like long description. And I found this actually very useful. So it's meaning you can more describe. It's actually handle quite a bit nice connections node and work very well with this. So right here we have our load clip, and this is the one that you need downloaded, the text encoder. So we have right here our text, whatever you want to generate. I've found that longer videos than like 10 seconds videos, they will start creating artifacts like kind of weird movements. So just keep this in mind. I would recommend create shorter and save the frames and render from those frames. Actually, that worked better. Well, we'll come to this. But right here we have our checkpoint. So this is what we needed, text and checkpoint. After this, we have our conditioner. We create latent space for our video with a dimension defined here and a link how long this video. Remember the link, it's going with the frames, which is also refer how many frames per second. Currently, it's a smooth 24 frames per second, and you can see why animation becomes so smooth. But you can go down to 12 and have it frame interpolations like in Topaz video. Again, link down below for those if you need it to this. That way you will save a little bit time and can kind of have a better coherence and put it frames, just generate those frames that missing kind of to create much smoother animation. Okay, down below we have our scheduler. I say it's nothing complex. It's what I like about this simplicity, because that is excellent. And of course, video decoder, and right here we save our web, or you can save as array of the images. So there you go. And I just put it prompt says, hey, there's a kitty who can morphing kind of to the lion. And that's what I try to do in this case. Very nice. You can experiment with this. And let me show you how fast it's going. So I just press click, it's loading my models, loading now clip. It's still not yet generating. Notice this is just a preloading, preload model, preload clip. Now it's going, and there's coming our generation for our video that we're going to create. This 3 seconds, look how fast. I'm running on RTX 3090 with 24 gigabyte VRAM. It does not utilize all VRAM. It will run on 8 and other things. But as I was give you all this information, the animations actually is done. And now going decoding, and it will take a little bit longer actually than created. It will take save or take those frames and put together. Sometimes take a little bit longer than that. Okay, and let's go ahead. Right here we're saving our animations, but you saw how fast it is. Done deal. That is how fast it's actually created. Of course, we can extend a little bit more. This is only 57 frames, but it is incredibly fast and very nice resolution was doing. Okay, well, if you're not impressed, let's look for more. So right here next, we have our image generation. In this case, we have our startup image. And this image was generating with my another workflow. Well, I kind of still working on this, but it's my next video will be about the special workflow. And this is kind of using Flex on steroids, I will say. Well, if you stay a little bit longer till end, I'll give you a sneak peek, and trust me, you'll be very impressed about that. Okay, so right here we have our image we created. Again, our similar what we have it before. This is same module. Only what we have right here, it's a LTX preprocessor. We'll take our image to video conversion going right here, and here we have our video. So I did not do much. I just take video prompt from when I create image, copy paste this prompt here, and it's all, and it's what creating for us. So you can see right here we created from image, very easy, our animations. It's clean, nice, does not have any digital noise or other things. Very impressive. And of course, I did not even twink around with a prompt on video on this. It's how it is. And of course, our next one, it's where we have it input in all the frames. And just for interest, I took these 2 frames. They're actually from Cinderella. It's a Walt Disney when he was Lefogram. He used to work before when he create Mickey Mouse. Before he was working, create his own company called Lefogram, and he was making cartoons. So and right here 2 frames I took it from his cartoon. Well, why not to do this? And it will be our end from beginning and end frame. You can also add more frames if you need it. But you can see right here, these 2 frames, we have some description in this frame. And right there, same preprocessor, empty video, latent video. We have it add guides, several, so you can actually stack. And after, very similar what we have it before. And there we have it our old cartoon animations. In this case, I was thinking, maybe I should try play with something like Felix the Cat or some other ones, so long old cartoons, create something cool. But this is interesting way you can see how we can create per frames, and this is what make powerful, because in example, if we're going to look from the ComfyUI.org blog, you can see this is one example, and they done from 2 frames. So if you want to do this, is actually was first frame building and second with this, and AI just created. So also this link will be down below where you can find all this workflow. You can find additional information, and you can see how nice and clean it's created. So just additional kind of place for you to look, get inspired. I would recommend check this website because they do post some very interesting workflow to go over. Well, links down below, but now let me show you what I was working on. And this is we'll cover in our next video, this specific workflow. So right here, it's our basic flex, and you can see it's creating a nice barbarian character. But you know what? It is a little bit small. I want to create a better details. So after applying all of this stuff, let's look closer on our details. Here was my one experiment when I was total berserk gun, and you can see how it's added. By the way, this is higher resolution, but here let me show you closer. So this is image was created with a flux. Well, it's look very nice. However, it does not look realistic. So with the how I say on the steroids, there is a better details. Look on this. And this is not all resolution. If we come closer, you can see how excellent details producing on this. And this is a resolution 10,000 pixels. So if original 1000, this original, and that is what creating with this workflow. So it's literally on steroids. If you use the Magnificent IO, which is very nice online service, upscale, and you can compare. This is what Magnific does, and this is what this other workflow. And you can actually add more and more like stack, you know, this Russian nesting dolls, because you can add, like, example, I was having just fun. Right here, it's original, you see where's the hand, and I'm like, hey, you know what, how about we make quite a bit more fun details there, and let's go kind of go over here and look on these details just for fun. You see the different, and this is high resolution. So just replace that boring with some more details and everything, but that one we'll cover in our next video. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.